Hey everybody, hello crew. It's good to see you. We're nearing the end of 2024 and let me tell you something, I can feel my motivation and my muse both going, you know what Evelyn, bleep you. No, we don't want to do anything. We want to work on your big, screw you, I'm reading shawl, and we want to work on the 2 3x6 blankets for, the rocking chair and for your reading blanket and whatnot. We want the cozy projects. The cozy projects have been taking precedent. And yes, I am working on the shawl while I'm talking to you guys. It's just a simple granny triangle shawl. It's just a 3 double crochet chain 1, 3 double crochet in the space below. That's all it is. It's one of my favorite shawl patterns. It's one of the easiest shawl patterns that there is. But it was a struggle getting the motivation to do my long-term collection video because I knew I was only going to be doing 3 spreads in it to start the beginning of the year, because I tend to set up my long-term collections journal as I need it, because I never know what's going to occur during the year where I need to make something that I reference back to. And this is the last year in this particular notebook. I've already got the next long-term collection journal picked out. And yeah. So you're going to see this picture of you go all the way down here into the corner. And let's get into my setup. And I will do my best to explain along the way some of the reasons and some of my choices about why I have so few spreads to start my year off with, and hopefully you guys will understand. There we go. Now, it took me, the original recording video for this was actually about 40 minutes because I was just taking my time. I was being very slow, very deliberate with my choices because I wanted it to be relaxing. Now, these particular calendar stickers here are from Archer and Olive. They are from back when they were doing the big sticky rolls that had the note stickers and a calendar roll. And they've not done those in a couple of years, which I'm really kind of sad about because, as you can see, I've had several of these for like 2 years and I'm still working on using them up. They are to me, they're pretty practical. Now, you'll see on this left-hand side a year of selfies, and this was me committing to this particular page. It's not really a year of selfies, it's more like a year of beginning of the month reflection / end of the month reflection. And if you can't read it, and I apologize because I do know my handwriting does need work, but what it says is a year of selfies. A picture of me at the beginning of every month, my weight for smirks and giggles, what I'm worried about, what I'm looking forward to, and my top 1 to 3 goals for that month. And the main reason for the 1 to 3 goals is just to kind of help motivate myself a little bit at the end or the beginning of the month towards hopefully being able to focus a little bit more on projects. Because one of the things that I've learned, thanks to helping out my neighbors, is that when I overload my plate, all that's going to happen is the plate's going to fall out of my hands and break. So picking one thing at a time, or 2 or 3 things for that month that are big goals, that's your best bet. Now, those little flag stickers are from Agenda 52 or the Paper Studio sticker books. Those are my go-to sticker books because I am able to find far more practical sticker books, and they are $8.99 for 30 sheets of stickers, whereas Happy Planner is how much, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I have 2 Happy Planner sticker books. I have Stargazer Sophisticated and I have the Miss Maker. There's no difference in quality between the 2 sticker books. Happy Planner is not a better quality sticker book than the Agenda 52s. So I guess it boils down to more whichever one that you find yourself more satisfied with using. I am a huge proponent of use what you know you're going to use what's going to work for you. And those sticker pads from Agenda 52 do everything I need them to do. It's still going to take me a couple of years to use them up. So as you can see, I was ripping up these little mini calendars because I was not liking how my page was looking. And some of the page did rip up, as it's going to. But from here, it was one of those, no, I'm just going to go ahead and do 6 months on each page because that's going to look nicer. And just because I'm not being a perfectionist with my long-term collection journal does not mean that I don't need to at least make it look nice. And I'm off screen here finding some washi tape from a said Agenda 52 page sticker book because I wanted some, because I knew I had some gold elements on some of my washi tape strips from that particular sticky book, and I wanted a little bit of gold. I don't usually do a lot of gold elements in any of my spreads anywhere, just because I don't like gold. I don't like gold highlights that much. I don't like gold jewelry. Me and gold, Now, if you were to give me silver or bronze and copper, yes, I like those metals way more than I do gold. So as you can just see here, I'm just putting washi tape strips down the center just to give it a little bit more cohesiveness, and to apologize to my notebook for ripping up its pages. But you will also note, I do not put any numbers into the mini calendars because that is repetitive and tedious, and I don't want to put you guys through watching me put in a bunch of little mini numbers. Oh, there goes my camera focus again. One of these days, I promise I will get a better camera for the channel. Probably when I'm able to justify the cost for a better camera other than my phone, and I'll be able to start recording a few more adventures outside of just bullet journaling videos. Also, by the way, it's a little bit more expensive, but this is an incredibly good ginger beer. So if you guys like ginger beer and you want to give yourself a treat, definitely try Fever Tree. Usually we get the 0-calorie version, or the 0 sugar version, which is just as good. The regular Fever Tree is sugar, not high fructose corn syrup. This is important because I do have a corn allergy that is currently in remission, but avoiding it acting up again is kind of on my priority list, because when it's active and I accidentally get corn, either corn syrup solids, corn syrup, or I didn't know it had like cornstarch or cornmeal in it, I go down with a migraine. That has always been the biggest symptom when I get too much corn syrup or corn, and I would rather avoid that. I don't want that allergy coming back. Yeah, by the way, allergies do go into remission, is the best way of describing it, because every 7 years, from what I was told by someone who knew what they were talking about, your body goes through changes. So it is possible that if you develop a food allergy as an adult, it might go away later on. If it was a childhood food allergy, that one gets a little bit more sticky. Okay, now on this right-hand side here, you can see I have pulled out some colors that I don't normally work with, and I accidentally pulled the journal down because I forgot that I was recording in that area over there, but I do fix it in a little bit. I'm using a very soft blue Crayola Super Tip. I'm using a very peachy pink Crayola Super Tip, and then I have a pink Sakura Jelly Roll and a light blue Sakura Jelly Roll. Oh, this stuff is so good. I absolutely love ginger beer just because it's far more refreshing than most soda. And this particular page is just 2025 what I'm putting into this notebook. If I recall correctly. Well, I say into my notebook. And there I fix it. So the first thing that's going into it is the 12 months of selfies. You see here, I'm pointing it out again. And that is the main thing. Now, the number 2 thing that goes into my Lunchers Collections Journal is mental health breakthroughs. Mental health breakthroughs. Because I've grown up with complex PTSD, I have depression, I have dealt with anxiety pretty much my entire life, and I turn 40 next year. So when I have a mental health breakthrough, a lot of times I want to be able to go back and reference it, and not just in my everyday journal. Putting it in my Lunchers Collections Journal, number 1 thing. I've got it right here. Let me hold on a second. That light blue is lovely in person, but apparently for filming it was not a good idea. But I don't make my journals only for going up online. I share what I'm doing in my journals so that all of you out there can remember that your journal needs to be a reflection of you. And if the latest, greatest trends in bullet journal are not fitting what you need, don't use them. Or in a long-term collection or in a reading journal. Don't use them. That 3rd thing is journaling prompts for days I'm struggling. The 4th thing are my 2025 themes for my everyday bullet journal. And that 5th thing that I wrote down was whatever else feels right. Because this journal serves me. Therefore, it will have what I need. Now, for my 12 month of selfies, the main theme with them that I kept for those 12 months, instead of having them share the everyday bullet journal theme, I decided just to keep the 12 months their own theme. That way it was a little bit more cohesive. And that included these vintage tag looking stickers, Starry Night inspired stickers, and there's several little sheets of paper to go with the big sheets of paper, which I tore into corner pieces, which you'll see here in a little bit, to do some collaging along with the little butterflies. I wanted to include things, because it was a beginning of the month check-in page, I wanted it to have things that reflected me. And I love Van Gogh's Starry Night. I love a lot of his pieces. I love butterflies. I love collaging, and I like a vintage look. I'm really enjoying the more vintage kind of feeling papers and colors. And it's been nice being able to play with that and really figure out what I like. So, you can see here I changed up my colors. I have 2 different shades of green, and I've got a lovely blue pen. I do apologize for the focus issues. Soon. And you will note that little zinc photo right there. That is the size of my Kodiak printer. It's a little 2x3 printer. And I figured I had a couple of loose pictures laying around that I had not put where they belong yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and trace out the size that I need for them. That way I remember where it is that I was planning on putting them. And as you can see here, I've got one of the rolls of washi tape from Naid, K-N-A-I-D. Absolutely love this grid washi tape. It is very, very much what I find myself gravitating towards using a lot of times. The more decorative tapes I'm finding I am using more often in my reading journal or in my long form journal. I'm just drawing out the shape here. So I do apologize if my light is a little bit weird. It is sunset right now. It's going to be going down here in the next few minutes, so I wonder if I can, no, I can't really add more light right now, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me here. This was when I could get my motivation and my creativity to cooperate. Mind you, it took several hours of watching other people's videos and to find some motivation and the right music. I had to find the right music to listen to at several points today. So, and I went with a little bit more of an open, airy kind of design, just because I wanted it's meant to be a time of sitting down and journaling and reflecting. So, you will note that it is very simple as well. Just a few pieces of washi tape, and picking out spots for my stickers, and then it's just writing in my questions for each month. Now, I only set up 1 month with you guys, and that is because I wanted to take my time on the rest of the months, and all of them look like this. You know, you've got your 2 stickers on one side, you've got the picture on the other, and it's the 4 questions. I use the exact same colors and the exact same washi tape all the way through. And I think right in here is where I start writing everything down. It's always fun watching myself watching myself think. Because you can see it happening, like, ooh, do I want to do this here or do I want to do it there? But yeah. And it'll be interesting at the end of 2025, looking back at all of these check-ins, seeing what it is that I'm worried about each month changing, and what I'm looking forward to in each month changing as well. I'm not really sure what next year is going to hold for me, but I do know that there are a couple of plans for the homestead in the works, including getting my greenhouse hopefully up and running. Right now in the high Sonoran Desert, it is the perfect time to be doing winter gardening, and in the wintertime it is the perfect time of year for greens, like lettuces and radish greens and cabbage and bok choy and so many greens. My neighbors that I help out, her greenhouse is going in full swing. So the other day when I came home from helping, I had a bucket full of greens, and almost all of them are going to get chopped up and cooked up into some spicy cheesy scrambled eggs tomorrow, probably. So here, I'm just looking over all of the spreads that I've done. I've got my mini calendar, my year of selfies breakdown. When I'm putting into my 2025 journal, I've got my January spread. You know, that's where the picture's gonna go and all that. And then all of that there is for journaling. All that space there is for journaling. And then I counted out my 12 pages, my next 11 months. And I've got a decent little bit of space left in my journal. But I wanted to be able to fit 2025 in this journal, but I don't know what all I'm going to need. And it's entirely possible I'm going to have to start the new long-term collection journal by September or October. One never knows. But yeah, that's all I've put into my long-term collections journal this year, you guys. And it's entirely possible that's all I'm going to need. Who knows? I don't. But thank you so much for sharing your time with me today, crew. I greatly appreciate it. It is always so good to see you guys. Hug your loved ones tight, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.